Hey friends around the world, no matter where you're watching, I want to share a little story with you folks. I even wrote it, so I prepared. My name is EGQ. So I was born in China, and I am a naturalized Canadian citizen for many, many years. Here's a testimony I want to make right now. I strongly oppose any discipline action against people who try to practice their freedom of speech, which is protected by the Canadian Charter Rights and Freedom, aka the Constitution, which God gives to us. So only upon my decease this right can be taken away. So it cannot be taken by you. None. So why Lindsay Shepherd's story really affect me? I need to share my story. I can't wait anymore. Okay? Like TA Lindsay Shepherd. When I was grade 11, okay? At that time, internet was just been developed in China. It's 90s. My school's in southern China, about one river across from Hong Kong, but on the mainland side. So we have the social medium of the 1990s, which is BBS in the local school, local high school. So I post a news story, which I read from South China Morning, which is a Hong Kong newspaper, about the Tiananmen Square of 1989. For those people who are not old enough to know what happened in 1989 in Beijing, you go Google it. I'm not going to go detail. So obviously, I didn't know this is pretty obvious. BBS is monitored by the school, by the local cops, by the school like police liaison. So I was dragged into the principal's office. But I think my treatment is not even worse than Lindsay, despite I was in a communist country. Okay? So the principal at that time told the cops, told the other teacher, say, I lived through cultural revolutions. Okay? My parents and me, we've been dragged here and there to the struggle section. It's 1990s. You cannot prosecute the thought or ideas. Kids, they can watch BBC, they can watch TVB Pearl. TVB Pearl is a Hong Kong channel on TV. So, are you gonna block the airway? Kids grow up, gonna learn the news, gonna learn what's going on in the West. If we are so great, why people swim from mainland China to Hong Kong? Why not the other way, from the evil capitalist country to the communist country? Right? So can you shut down the airway? The answer is no. But the action like that cannot be ignored. So guess what? I just received a day like suspension, but when I received the suspension, my parents didn't even blame me, This is normal. This is normal. My parents were just pretty progressive at that time. And my teacher told me, you know what, EGQ, your critical thinking, your passion about the freedom, which is often cannot be tolerated in China. So you should see many kids at that time apply school in the US, in the West. Maybe you should try it. So, when I come to Canada as a student, this country's opened the door for me. Otherwise, I could not be enjoy when I was in China at that time. Something free, something I enjoy. I enjoy the academic freedom. I enjoy the critical thinking. I can debate with the professor. But guess what? It's 2017. So time must have changed. Why the TA Lindsay Shepherd? You can go onto my wall, and I had a video and an audio about that, was dragged into the struggle section. Struggle section basically, if you were from China, it's called Pido. So grow up like the intellectual, the professor, which had bourgeoisie ideas, was asked to face to the accuser. Often accuser, you can't even see the accuser's identity. You don't know how many accusers accuse your thought and idea. And grow as man will ask you to denounce your idea, which is exactly happened to Lindsay. Lindsay Shepherd was asked to give up the thought, give up the way of teaching, to let students debate about gender, and was accused of having violated the university's gender and sexual-based violence policy. Made her cry. What that reminds me? This reminds me Mao days Cultural Revolutions. That's what they did in China after 1949, in Soviet Union 1917, in Cuba 1959, Germany, Czechoslovakia, Hungary, of course North Korea, Venezuela. Let me tell you something. These people born in the free country, but have never lost the freedom. They have never experienced something like me, get dragged into the principal office and as a teenager and face those grown-ass men. I understand Lindsay Shepherd exactly that kind of feeling. These people, they have never lost freedom, so they don't know what the freedom is. They don't understand what freedom means to them, which is very scareful. Okay? I mean, I know some of the Guaylo, they probably think I'm crazy Chinese. So you Russians or you people who are used from East Germany and Chinese, I really need you to strongly oppose practice like that. Write to your MP, okay? You bet. I'm gonna share my video to Andrew Shea, which is a Conservative Party leaders, okay? And Lindsay Shepherd, I stand with you. You do great things. And the whole country stand with you. If you open the papers, you read the news, everyone was supporting you. I stand with Lindsay. Thank you.